So, I started your reading with this, with you and the Uranus energy hitting home, okay? So, 5, the Hierophant. This is you, Taurus, okay? You're a very traditional sign. So in this card we can see here society and tradition and religion and the book of knowledge here, and how all these things together actually whip us, our beautiful natural selves, into submission. It's like if you don't act a certain way, you're not accepted into society, like in this city here in the back, which actually looks pretty dark and stale and dead. But it's a general theme, because if you don't apply the society rules yourself, you may become an outcast. And Taurus is usually very afraid of that, because Taurus has been sacrificed throughout the ages so many times, especially when we shifted from the Taurus era to the Aries era. So in the Taurus era, I'm talking like the period between minus -4 with 3 zeros to -2 with the 3 zeros after it. That time period, that was the era of the Taurus. And when we shifted from that into the Aries, because the ages, they go backwards. I can't explain why, but they go backwards. After coming from the Taurus era, you had a lot of Taurus statues, religions, symbolism, okay? And when the Aries entered, people started giving up the old religion, okay? So you have the cult of Mithras actually slaying the bull with the gold dagger, okay? So the bull had to be sacrificed now, because he was worshipped to certain extremes. I know there was this religion where they had like a Taurus cast, like a Taurus metal statue, in which they would make a fire and they could sacrifice people there. It was also a form of torture. Now the Earth people, they know that in order to have certain not spells, in order to have greater prosperity, you also need to do some sort of sacrifices, and people were used to sacrificing things towards the Taurus, which was the main religion back there, as to gain more prosperity, for the crops, for a pregnancy to go well, and so on and so forth. Then we shifted to the Aries era, where we had the cults of the sun. I don't know how it's called, Zoroastrianism, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And we started worshipping the sun with its rays and the Aries. You can actually you can search the cult of Mithras. Also, there was a warrior here in the Taurus period. I forgot his name. He was a great warrior, and he had like his army with him, like very close warriors that looked up to him and worshipped him. But they actually got very jealous of his power. And in a moment of darkness in their mind, they gathered and they killed this great warrior, as to drink his blood and eat his flesh, so they would gain the power. Now that is the original it's the original, how should I say this, ritual. Okay, it's the same ritual that you have in Christianity, where you drink the blood and the blood of God, and eat some form of bread that symbolizes the body of God, the flesh of God. But this warrior that I've been telling you about is the original cult from which this ritual stems from in Christianity. Now, coming back to 5 the Hierophant, your energy, Taurus. You know how other people like to use cows in general. You can use a cow for milk, for meat, for skin, and so many other byproducts that we use from the cow. And also in society, you know how other people around you try to whip you into submission. You have a very beautiful inside, but I don't think you actually manifest it on the outside, like all your abundance that you have, that you hold inside. I think you yourself are whipping yourself into submission. Don't act this way, don't act like that. So you're not actually acting very natural, okay? But you know you have this knowledge inside of you. The thing is with Taurus, in other lifetimes you have been experiencing the spiritual side of things and not so much the material. And now when you come into this existence to experience the material and you take this earth energy upon you, it's like you have enough abundance that attracts a lot of parasitic people, people that want to take advantage of you, people that want to whip you into submission, as I've said before. So you should be able to trust yourself, because you have a lot of knowledge that I don't think you can even understand where all this knowledge is coming from, okay? But there's this threshold here with Uranus coming into your sign. I propose this this theme. You can keep it in the background, keep it as a general idea with you throughout your days in this 6 to 8 year time span. And the theme is stop. No, don't stop. The theme is the good girl or the good guy. Okay? Try to work with this concept on you. You can do whatever you want with Uranus in your sign. Restructure yourself, but really start to take into consideration like the ways that you whip yourself here into ignoring your natural feminine side and instincts, or your needs, your wants, your pleasures of the body, okay? The way in which you deny these things about you just so you can fit into society, just so you can be above people. Maybe you're scared to be your natural self because you know how other people are, that it is easier for them to whip you, sacrifice you, than actually be authentic. So I think it's time for you to reconsider this theme in your life, okay? Stop being non-authentic just for the pleasure of being part of a group or of society, or being accepted or not being sacrificed. Like, depends on your the level of evolution that you are at. But I think it's for you to consider now with Uranus entering your sign. And this is you, Taurus, talking about you, how you have been up until now. And here comes the divine intervention. This is Uranus bringing down the old structure, the old ways that you have been functioning and whipping yourself, not being authentic, not telling, not saying, because you're way too well raised. It's like your monocle almost fell off, while doing something. But here, the divine is actually coming here, Uranus coming into your sign to bring down these outdated structures. Like the old way of being is not applicable for the future anymore. Try to work with yourself. Don't let the divine affect you to this degree, because if you try to embody the energy, like restructure yourself, the divine is not going to be so dramatic with you. But if you ignore these things, it's like here it's gonna come and bring you down from your tower, okay? And it's gonna resonate very heavily with you, because I see here at the top of the tower there's this bell. Like you have in churches, you have these bells that actually they sound, they're being pushed as to make a sound, after the ceremony is finished or after the religious service is over. And it's gonna resonate through all your being, this shift of the tectonic plates. And when I say it's gonna resonate, the thing is that an earthquake is actually caused when two tectonic plates come, they're shifting, okay? And when one goes underneath and another one goes above, they have, let's say, some higher and lower zones. Now, when these two come together, they're gonna be stuck at certain points, okay? And when both of them push through, it's gonna cause an earthquake, okay? And that is still a frequency that resonates. So this is gonna have a real impact on you, okay? Now, if you're in a love relationship and you want to know how this will apply to you, what I'm seeing here is that, yes, this is your energy, and this is you, and this is the tower here. So what I'm thinking is either you or your partner are trying to do the normal thing, the accepted thing, the thing that is expected of you to, like, be in a relationship. If you're this age, you need to be in a relationship, you need to marry, you need to do it like this, you don't need to do it like that, this is bad what you're doing. All the things that people around you, like society, is pushing upon you. I don't know, parents, friends, co-workers, people that you actually stop to listen to. Okay, whatever it is that they're saying, that you need to do it like this or like that, or and you are with another person. It's like whatever it is, the structure here that you're trying to build with the other one is gonna be taken down. Maybe you've built a long relationship with the person and someone didn't act authentic, and now they cannot act non-authentic, or this may be you. It's a common thing out in the playing field, as some people name it, that people, while playing the game, they don't act authentic. And it's like, okay, so we're here, we have a relationship now, and one of you, it's like this old way of being, I can't play this game throughout my life, so I wasn't authentic in the first place, but now I can't do this anymore, so it's breaking down. Some of you may actually be going through a divorce, okay? It may be going through a divorce. Others of you may be losing relationships. Others of you, because you're kind of getting aware of the fact that you no longer can sustain this. It's not applicable. Okay, Uranus was in your subconscious, and you may be you may have been stagnant in the last 8 years because it was doing mental work in the background of your mind, of your consciousness, but now it's gonna be on the outside. Okay, so maybe other people have seen you as being a bit stagnant, but now it's time for action. Okay, and no one gets away. If there has been some funny business happening, it's like what I'm seeing here is this person is with the whip, and someone here is trying to catch these people trying to run away from the event. It's like either you and your partner are trying to get away from society and work this out on your own, or someone was actually having some sort of thing on the outside that is not so traditional, but no one gets away here. Things are gonna be revealed by divine intervention. Okay, just get ready, Taurus. Okay, for this Tower event that's coming for you. And you have 5 the Hierophant, which is the Taurus, 16 the Tower, so 5, 6. 1 plus 6 is also 7, so it's a challenge here. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles, so it's kind of the energy is picking up to a certain moment here that we'll talk in a bit. Now, after coming out of this Tower situation, either on your by yourself or with another person, it's like after all of this, so the established rulership over our essences has been torn down. Okay, what we thought it was gonna be there forever, for ages, unchangeable, unmovable, is being broken down by divine intervention, because this is outdated. This is the old way. We don't need to do what society says, we don't need to do the default mode. We need to take the front seat for our lives. Then you have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles usually talks about some sort of collaboration as to it's a stable card about talking about collaboration as to create some sort of shelter for 2 people, or working away at the thing until you master it. It's like being an apprentice of someone. Okay, you can see here in the card that you have some gold and a dog and a squirrel. Now, a dog and a squirrel, they don't usually go very well together, because the dog usually chases tail. If a dog chases a squirrel, it's gonna see the closest to the dog is gonna be the squirrel's tail. So he's chasing tail, but here the dog cannot bark at the squirrel, or the squirrel cannot run away, because they're trying to shelter themselves from the rain. And you also have the nuts here and some gold here. Now, being in the reverse, it's like I'm seeing you, Taurus, coming out of this goddamn rubble here, from this old structure, coming down. It's like you're trying to deal with small things of life. It's like you're going through major changes and you're still trying to, go and buy bread, do small things, the small unimportant things of life, doing the things that you are usually used to doing. Taurus is also known to be like the salesperson, so Taurus can look at anything and say, well, yeah, I can take this, and bottle it up and sell it and whatnot. So you're doing small things here, like trying to ignore the fact, like, look at this. Your outer shell is being broken down. It's you. This is you. Inside of this tower, I think it's you, but you've built so high walls where this your inner authority sits, with all the rules, with all the things that you cannot do. I cannot do this, I cannot be that, I cannot say that, so on and so forth. This is being torn apart. And here I think you're sitting with different parts of yourself, like, how am I gonna rebuild this? Like, the storm is coming, you know, because you have the lightning and then comes the storm, and it's upside down also. So it's like a bridge. It's like the bridge, the tower, this structure has fallen, and you're trying to, like, wait, I can still fix it, I can still salvage this. It's like you're a miser of some sort. Like, you cannot let go of the old thing, like the old parts of you. You're done with these. Stop working on the rubble of your former self.